Hello everyone, this is Barbara, and today I'll be presenting my last presentation for this course. As we know, we were supposed to choose 20 of each magazine, men's and women, and for women's magazine, I decided to do the housekeeping magazine, and I will be discussing one of each theme in order to describe and explain my thoughts and analysis for each one, okay, for each theme. So starting off, hygiene was a theme that was not very much seen, because I expected to be more seen, but out of 30, I only got 3, which is 10% of the 30 collected data, okay? So I decided to actually talk about this one right here, which promises you a moisturizer and a body cleanser, right? Which, in my opinion, emphasizes that a woman should have and keep her moist skin, right? Because by a woman keeping her moist skin, she will show femininity, right? She will have a feminine touch, which is one of the government's theme. That woman must have a feminine touch in order for her to be considered and identified as a woman as well. Because women are supposed to show softness and delicateness, right? And that's definitely implying that, right? Because by you keeping your skin moist, you will be considered a woman. You will be shown as a woman as having a delicate skin, a softer and a much moist and moisturized skin, right? Also, when it says here infused with hyaluronic serum, which means which is an anti-aging, sorry, an anti-aging serum that helps not only our face, that we have products for our face, but now they're actually promising for the whole body. So is it implying that we should stop the anti-aging of the natural, that our body naturally have? Is it because we're supposed to be looking more younger in order, to attract men? Is it because in society women are more valuable, more considered when she's not as aged, when she's younger, when she looks better in her early ages, right? So it's definitely stereotyping women that women should look like that in order to be identified as a woman. Also showing Goffman's theme, which a feminine touch, right? And also showing emphasizing femininity, which by emphasizing and implying that women should keep her appearance, right? That women should keep her appearance of a soft and good-looking skin by having and using their product that they're just showing over here. Now jumping to pet theme. Pet theme was the second or one of the first themes seen in the women's magazine with the 7 out of 30, 20.3% of the ads. Um, most of the ads here have pet foods and treats. Usually they mention, for example, your cat will love to texture or delicious treats. Healthy pet starts with a health gut. Tasty and healthy. Love in a snap, right? So most of the ads here, of the pet ads, not only emphasizes that women are supposed to take care of their family, but of their pet, of their loved ones, because women loves their family, right? So they will sacrifice their needs in order to take care of their family, right? Such as buying a much qualified pet treats or pet food, right? Like for example, influencing that a really good example associating products with the positive ads, which influence the customer of saying, okay, if I buy this product, I will have my cat or my dog would achieve a better gut health, right? So it's definitely a Goffman's theme showing that they're influencing the consumer of buying that they will achieve a positive outcome, okay? So that most of the ads of pet is also implying that women should be in care or in charge of the family and the pet, okay? And she's supposed to feed them, right? Because she's in charge. So it's really stereotype whole ad and a way of thinking. For example, this one here, the woman is the one who's feeding and taking care, which also influences the society of thinking, okay, first, it's in a woman's magazine, and second, it shows a woman feeding the cat, right? This one right here, for example, it's showing a woman feeding the cat, right? With love and delicateness and right with the family touch, or being loving and actually taking care, right? Actually having taking the time to actually take care of her pet, right? So it's really emphasizing femininity of having a family touch and stereotyping a woman because it's showing and implying that woman needs to take care of her family and her pet because it's part of her family, right? And also again, love in a snap. The word love again. It says here, love. Love our tasty food treats, right? Over here, I believe it also mentions love, right? Love again. So when I think about the word love, which is one of the words most seen in most of the ads, with six out of 30 ads showing the word love. So that comes to my mind that love, woman goes around love, right? Women are known to be romantic, delicate, and loving and caring, and we're actually known to be what? Romantic, right? So loving is something that actually catches a feminine attention, right? And a feminine might be like, okay, yes, by providing the type of food, I'll be loving with my kid, or I'm sorry, my pet or my dog or cat, right? Because I love them, so I want to provide them the quality foods, right? So definitely a good example of stereotyping women because they're supposed to feed their family and take care of everything, and their pets and their family being in charge of everything, and a family touch. This, for example, this one right here with the family touch, right? By the way she's pouring on the plate with the heart play, showing love again, right? So definitely, for example, this one right here, definitely emphasizing and implying a family touch by Goffman's theme. Okay, now jumping to women's cleaning theme. For the cleaning theme was very much seen as the second most seen ads in the 30 collected ads that I've seen. 20% of the ads seen with cleaning. Okay, for example, this one here not only shows an associated product with a positive outcome, but the brands here have their way of thinking, of the customer thinking. Like, look, mama, look, housekeeper. I know your life is so busy. Here it is, a really easy and fast option for you to be more successful in your cleaning and your organizing tasks, right? 31, which sanitizes for 24 hours, cleans and disinfects. A good option, mama. A good option for you to keep your kids and play area, right? Really clean playing area for your kids, right? So they goes in the consumer side, right? Of thinking that women are in charge of cleaning, keeping the house the freshest and the smell is the best, the cleanest, and being in charge of everything. So it's not only stereotyping a woman to be in charge of the cleaning of the house, but also of their family, right? Of her family. And this one specifically, it also showing how a single product can be so helpful to clean a whole surface. 101 surfaces, so multitasking and so diverse and so perfect for a woman who has a really busy life, especially with kids and pet and taking care of her husband. It's a really good option. So once again, a brand being on the customer side and being like, here it is, a good option, take it. You will definitely have a really good positive outcome. So once again, a Goffman's theme, right? But also it shows function ranking, right? Because looking at the picture here at the ad, she does look as a working from home woman, but she does not look. I might say that she's not a business owner, right? She looks like a secretary, right? So why she's not a businesswoman? Why she's not the owner of the business, right? Because most of the time, women are not considered as successful in their careers as men are, because men are more known for their dominance in careers, right? So this is also emphasizing that as well with the ranking, the the uh, the ranking of their careers, right? Function rankings, to be more exact. Another thing seeing it's the food with one of the first of 23.3% of the 30 ads collected, because women are known for nurturing their child and their family, right? So why not provide them or show and influence the woman to provide the kids and her family the best options for good healthy snacks and foods out there. This one, for example, it's implied that women are supposed to take care of their child. For example, it looks like a really good example of the socialist product with a positive outcome, because you mama that struggles with having your child to eat good and have a really good immune health, here's a good option, mama, with high protein, less sugar. It's a win-win. Your kid will love it and you will love it, right? So you may go to bed feeling the greatest mom, because you will have in mind that you fed your child with the best protein shake that you could possibly give him or her, and your kid will basically love it. So you won't struggle with it. You guys will both love it. So it's a really good representation of associated product with a positive outcomes from government's theme as well. Okay. Another option, from for food is cooking. For example, women are known to be the one who nourish and takes care of the family and cook for the whole family, right? So why is this adding a specific woman's magazine? Because women are the one who's in the kitchen serving, nourishing her family, taking care of and being charged, right? So here's another option of the brand actually influencing the mother to be like, okay, here, I'm always in the kitchen. Why not influence my child to help me out and actually have fun while we're baking, right? So that's, and also stereotyping a woman and emphasizing actually a real life scene, right? Like look at the kids cooking and being happy at the same time, right? And beauty was only one ad that actually talked about beauty. In this ad, I may see that women are actually empowering, showing that they're put together, they're have clean, showing actually sexual attraction, right? That most women are stereotyped to have a good appearance in order to attract a man, in order to attract a male individual, right? So it's emphasizing femininity by their good their looking face, their thin body, which is really sexualized. That women are supposed to be thin in order to be attracted and to have a good appearance, right? And by the fact that it's actually advertising the fact of red lipstick, and as we know, well, red lipstick is really sexualized, right, in our society. Women lips are really sexualized. Woman itself is really sexualized, right, especially if she's thin like they are right now, and the fact that they're wearing really dark shades of lipsticks, right? For example, the one in the middle, she's wearing a really dark shade of red, which, as I said, it shows that she's empowering, that she's in command, but she is also dragging the attraction of men, right? The sexual attraction, right? Of the way of the society thinking that women dress up or put up makeup to attract men, which in reality, not all the time. Women actually dress up to feel good about themselves, right? So not only emphasizing femininity by compliance with the needs of a man, and by perhaps being focused, that whole focus is to attract and keep a man, or to keep up the good appearance, right? But it's actually emphasizing that a woman can feel good about herself, right? And does not need to actually say anything else, right? So the last ad I'd like to talk about, Women's Magazine, it's the dessert theme here, which is the last one. This ad is pretty problematic because, for first, it's in the Women's Magazine. The fact that it's saying mini, a mini version of the regular size of your ice cream, right? Now let me ask you, why does it have to be mini, right? Why is it not a regular size, right? So because, as we know, women are stereotyped to be thin, right? In order to be sexually attractive, in order to have more relationships, and to be more outgoing, I would say, people to be more attracted to her, more interested, she needs to be thin. She needs to be a really active and have a really good physique, right? And the fact that it says mini, it's implying for women that look, you may eat your ice cream and don't feel guilt about it because it's a mini, it's not a regular size, right? Which it's problematic because a woman can and she might and have to, if she wants to, eat a regular size of ice cream, right? So that's a hegemony of a society that's implying with the hegemony that society, that media and government and our constitution implies in our society and the media and everything, that women should feel guilty after eating a pot of ice cream or a whole slice of cake, because otherwise we'll get fat and men will not be attracted to us and our appearance will go down. We get fat, we get stretch marks. So it's not emphasizing femininity if you go a size up, right? If you're a large woman, for example. So that's a really good example of that. Women's Magazine, to finish up, food and pad was the most seen ads for the 30th. I had 7 of each with 23.3%. For the most individuals seen on the ads were white women, which honestly, it's actually emphasizing racial hegemony ideology behind the medias, that is pretty seen in the medias, our constitution and everything. Because why is it seeing more white women than any other race? For example, right, a black woman, right? Is it because white woman isn't more influential than a black woman? Is it because a white woman looks better on the ads because she's more valuable or more considered than a black woman might be? So it's really problematic, but that's the reality with 45.4%. Okay, love, it's one of the words most seen on the ads. As I said, love, woman might be turning around on the word love, because we are most known to be loving, caring, nurturing of our family and kids and siblings and everyone, right? We're supposed to transfer love because that's what feminine touch says. I mean, shows, right? Delicateness, softness, right? Being caring, right? Being caring and have this feminine touch of being soft and being helpful and all of that sort, right? I believe that goes into the feminine touch as well, of being caring and conservative and all of that, which is a Goffman's thing. Okay. And the last thing that I wanted to mention is that family, it's the most known thing focused on the apps. That's with the out of 30, I got 13 ads with the family focus, with ads focus on family. Okay, 43.3% of the ads with the family focus, meaning stereotyping women that the women are in charge of the family, stereotyping that women are the one who needs to be caring, who needs to be the one who's in charge of the family, right? So it's definitely stereotyping. It's definitely influencing our society that women are supposed to be in charge of her whole family and kids and pet and everything. Ending with the women's magazine now, I would like to jump on the men's magazine. I've decided to do the men's health magazine, and to start off, nutrition, which is one of the most seen. It's actually the most seen ads with 10 out of 30, 10 ads were seen with nutrition themes. Okay, 33.3% of those ads were nutrition themed. Okay, for example, most of them are focused on nutrition, of course, because as we know, men are supposed to look buff, masculine, and to show masculinity, they're supposed to look muscular and buff and clean beard and a regular hetero man, right? In order to be attractive as well. So whey protein. Protein is really, really emphasized and really implied for a majority of the brands here on this magazine, I have noticed, because by eating protein, you definitely get buff, you definitely be more strong and bold and have a really good physique, for example, right? And this is a really good option, a good example, but look at this one right here. This one is a really good example that men are supposed to look like that. And if you do not look like that, you may not be considered as a regular hetero man, right? Because men, in order to be a sexual attractive, right? In order to, for example, be or have a peer influence, right? Or sort of like being the guideline, for example, you must be attractive, right? Because in order for you to be in that masculine world, you have to be attractive in order for you to have peer influences, in order for them to say, oh, go hang out with this girl or go do that or whatever, right? So for sure, it's definitely stereotyping. It's definitely emphasizing and implying that men should look like that, muscular, buff, bold, and build muscles, right? And if you do not want to build muscles in order to keep up your appearance, you might not be considered as masculine, right? Which is not true, right? Men can be can be considered a man if he does not want to be masculine like that, right? Or buff. So it's definitely saying that it's definitely implying as well a cultural ideal for the male man, right? With implying a good physique, that men are supposed to have a good physique, right? A 4 physique, which is a linked on theme as well. Okay. Now jumping to men's hygiene. Okay, men's hygiene are not very much seen, but there are 3 ads out of the 30th with 10%. For example, this one right here. It's really sexual or heterosexual progress because it says big day, go from beard to beard, get your edge, right? So it's implying and stereotyping a man that a man needs to, in order for him to accomplish a date, to have a date, he needs to look clean, to look masculine. In order to look masculine, you need to have a shaved, clean beard, because that's how regular hetero men are looking, right? Smelling good, smelling really masculine, right? So this is definitely a really linked on theme with heterosexual progress, right? Another example of theme that we have here is men's theme with the style, right? Which is a really good example of ads being so influential with using image of celebrities, of familiar faces, right? Because it's so influential of a person seeing a really good famous person or a really famous person that they're familiar with. They're like, oh, I know this person, I'm definitely influential too. I'm probably more likely to buy that product because I know what type of job this guy does. And right, and especially because he looks like a regular hetero man, right? Tall guy, nice looking white guy, right? In his early 30s, right? And he plays football, right? Which it's a really known game. So this is definitely showing a use of celebrity informality, right? Which I might say it's a government theme. And I believe the ads in this men's health magazine is also, it shows a lot of how influential sport can be for men. Like all men are supposed to play sports, right? To feel as they want and like fall in love with the sport. And it's not like that, right? Not all men like to play sports, right? That does not make them less men, right? So that's also saying that men are supposed to play sport. That's how men should look like. That's how men should act. If you look like that, I should use that type of shoes, which is not true, right? That's also a hegemony way of thinking because it's a rule by a consent. Okay, that's how men should dress up if you wanted to look like that, right? If you want to look as a regular hetero guy, tall and nice looking, in order to attract others or in order to be accepted in a society. Okay. Another thing really seen was wealth, which it's really problematic in my opinion. Is, for example, in my data I see that it's out of 30, I see 4 ads with 13.3%. Might not seem a lot, but from this section here, it's quite a lot because it's really problematic to look at it. Because look at this, full garage. Does that mean that, why is this on men's magazine? Is it implying that only men are career dominant in order to achieve a successful career and be able to afford all of that, their home, house, truck, and motorcycle, and all of that? So this is definitely emphasizing and implying that men are more successful than women in their careers. That women have a career dominance than men have a career dominance that women might not have because they're more capable, because they're more accepted by the society, because they're more considered intelligent than a man. They're definitely considered more capable and stereotyped as more capable than a woman, which is not true at all, right? So this is definitely linked on theme as well, right? The career dominance, right? Focusing a career on symbolic things which drag the attentions to their successful life with higher class and society. This is a really good example there. It's focusing on the material stuff that they achieved because of their career dominance, right? A really good example of linked on theme. Another thing that I like to talk about is the men's health theme for health. This is a really good example of a ranking because, okay, it's talking about the doctor hospital, the company that he works at, right? But why does it have to be a man? Why is this specific ad in a men's magazine? Why cannot be a female doctor in the same ad? Why does it have to be a man? But it definitely shows a function ranking because definitely implying that men are more successful in their careers to become a doctor, so they're more capable to achieve their function ranking, right? They're more considered to be more capable to achieve their career goals, okay? So another example of length of theme. Another ad I'd like to discuss is, I believe the last ad here, is the cone body activity DVD, right? So this is really problematic because not only emphasize sexual attraction, the 4 physique, which it's a length on theme as well, and it has a lot of length on theme here with the 4 physique, the heterosexual progress, and the nutrition and nutrition and the body physique thing here. Because, for example, are you tough enough? That's the way they describe. Are you tough enough? Like, men are supposed to feel tough, and if they're not considered as men enough, or they're not considered men. So definitely emphasizing a lot of like theme and how men are stereotyped to be tough and bold and macho, you know. So it's really problematic because it's influencing and maybe might influence young kids, 15 years old boys, of wanting to look like that because they want to feel tough. Because if I'm not, I don't feel like I'm tough enough. But if I want to be considered man, I need to be tough. So they might follow sort of like activities like that, you know. And it does not have to be like that. So it's definitely stereotypes, definitely problematic, and definitely showing that a lot of linked theme with the for deaf physique, sexual prowess, and nutrition. That right, that if you want to achieve that look, you should follow a certain type of activities as they mentioned and provide in the videos of the activities that they provide at the CD. But you also have to follow a nutrition diet, right, with a lot of protein, meat, and eggs, and all of that, right? You have to be consistent in order for you to achieve that sort of body type, in order for it to be as sexual attractive, right? So it's really problematic. So there are all of my ads that I have collected. Of course, I did not go into every single one, but I hope you guys like it and happy holidays. Bye bye.